says we are live. Okay. Hey everyone, it's Andrea over at Sewspire.com, and I am here with Ashley. She is on the iPad now and the iPhone. We're putting out some notices on the Instagram, Facebook, and then Facebook group page to try and get a few of you to log on real quick. We're just here testing the live stream. This process is surprisingly a little more complicated than I thought. So I'm really glad. Hey, Donna, we have someone. Yay! Thank you so much for showing up, Donna. Anyways, what I was explaining is this process is a little more complicated than what I thought it was going to be. Ashley has spent, hello. Oh, you guys are so great. Yay. The process is a little more complicated than I thought. Ashley spent most of the morning setting this up. I needed a different browser. Somebody tell me, I have a question. Can you hear me? Anyone? Uh-oh. Yes, Donna, you can hear me? Okay, good. Is the volume loud enough for you all? Okay, good. Sounds great. Yes, loud and clear. Tell me if I'm screaming too and I can talk quieter. I'm used to having to talk really loud for the GoPro. So the live streams we're recording off of the Mac, which is new. So we had a few challenges to overcome, but it looks like we have everything figured out. So the first official live stream will be this Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And the best we could tell, that's only going to be available for y'all to watch for how long, Ashley? 12 hours?
I believe so, but we're working on seeing if we can have it posted for those of you who are in a different time zone so you can view it after the fact, because we recognize not everyone's on Eastern Standard Time. So we're still doing some research into how we can do this, but hopefully after we do this one, we're going to get an idea of how we can work those settings so that you all can join us from wherever you are.
Yes, that would be good. So in the event that we don't have it figured out by Tuesday, you'll only have 12 hours to watch that original. But we do have a nice audience right now. So I was going to address a question that we received via email. And if any of you have questions right now, Ashley can screen those and read them out, and I'll be happy to try and answer them while we continue to run the test for about 15 minutes. So Cheryl writes, would you consider a tutorial on the commuter-like bag, which, if you remember, this was a 3-part tutorial that we made for this. And this bag has 2 divided interior compartments and then 2 flaps. So that's the one she's talking about. She wants to know if I would do a tutorial in a similar size, perhaps 2 or 3 inches shorter in width, which I'm assuming she is talking about the front of the bag there in the back of the bag, with a center zipper divider instead of the 2 separate compartments. A top flap closure like the commuter bag would be nice. Okay, so thank you for asking that question, Cheryl. It's a great question because they are secured in the center. Now we just made, remember the hip bag with the 2 compartments? It was the same type of design with the 2 compartments and then the flaps in the center. So if you wanted to have a zipper in there, we would definitely have to change the flap. It could be a single flap that would go over, and then we could do perhaps a messenger strap would be better suited to that versus these double handles here. And then you could have that where the flaps are would be a zipper compartment. And I actually have an example of this. Would probably be my most intricate design that I'm going to show you all. This I call the ultimate diaper bag. And this has like, it's kind of like a doctor's bag. I always love this part. So it has this double flap on it that opens up, and then the 2 amazing compartments, and they are on each side. Each compartment is identical. It has a full length zipper pocket, 3 slip pockets, 2 wide elasticized pockets, then elastic bands for sippy cups or bottles or water bottles. And that second compartment is exactly the same. Plus, it has all these exterior compartments. But what we could do is it has this center divider, and that's what I think Cheryl is talking about. This one has a snap, but you could easily adapt that to be a zipper. Now, this would be a huge project that we would have to record as a series because there are just so many facets. But since both of these compartments are identical, that would save a little bit of time. So Cheryl, let me know if you think that this will work for you. So we would use this design, and then there'd be a center zipper, and then you could choose if you like these flaps. I really do like them. Or if you wanted to create one flap and then have the messenger strap. So this would be a big project. You guys think about that and let me know. Before we do that, though, we must make that yoga bag because I'm excited.
So if you all have any questions that you want answered, I see you're all saying hello and where you're from, which is awesome. We love seeing you. A lot of people from all over the world, from what I've been reading. But if you have questions, go ahead, type them in now. And while we're still here, I'll go ahead and ask my mom some of those.
That would be great. And then, too, is there a way, Ashley, to tell how many people are on?
I get the active chats of who is here, but I don't see a number how many people we have joining us.
Okay, so I see two numbers on the top of the screen, which are 38.
Yes, that's the numbers.
Okay, so we have 38 people online.
And 22 thumbs up.
Thank you for the thumbs up, too, because we were wondering how that would work as well. Okay, so if there are no questions, I know I see the yoga bag up there, and I am excited for that too. Should I get the yoga bag and we could take another look at it and brainstorm a little bit? It is the red bag right there hanging on the hook. And then we can dissect that a little bit. That's it, yeah. And other people were coming up with nice ideas for this yoga bag. A picnic bag, I thought, was amazing idea for it too, because you would put your blanket, your picnic blanket or quilt. We love to take quilts on our picnics in the center, or your yoga mat. And then you could put the silverware. You could put a kula pack on one side. Your sandwiches and your goodies could all go inside. So this could be a yoga bag or a picnic bag. But this is also similar with that center zipper pocket and then the two divided compartments, and which all have pockets on it too. What makes this bag so unique though is that angle on that and that shallow base compartment. So I think that this is going to be our next tutorial, and again in probably at least two segments, because it's difficult to upload videos that are longer than 30 minutes and still keep that quality, because for a couple reasons it takes a really long time to upload to YouTube. And then I don't want to lose anyone with the instruction process, because I feel like it is hard to sit and listen to someone teach for longer than 30 minutes as well. But so this would be a couple series for this, but I think it's going to be next, so that'll be next week. Has everybody had a chance to sign up for our new newsletter, which we're calling Behind the Seams? And you all let me know if anyone else is doing that. I did a Google search. There's like a behindtheseams.com, but I didn't think that I was, taking anyone's idea. I don't know that it's really our original name, but it just came to me and I thought it was cute. So if you don't know any other popular YouTubers or sewers that are doing behind the scenes, that would be great. That's what we want to call the newsletter. Ashley's already working on it. She has a lot of great candid shots to share with you guys. And I didn't get to let her tell you what her degrees were in. So I'm going to let her tell you, because one of them does directly pertain to the newsletter. Tell them what you earned a degree.
So as a lot of you saw, I graduated from college last week, exactly a week ago from today. And I received a Bachelor of the Arts in Communication with a double concentration in political communication and public relations, and a double minor in journalism and photography. So there were 4 different aspects to my degree, which is a lot to remember, but it's okay.
Yeah, so the photography and the journalism are going to come in beautifully with that newsletter. And she is already, I am totally exhausted, hence the tea, because I don't get to take a break when I have someone here working with me. So this week we have accomplished a ton, but I think we're both really tired after this. One of the projects that Ashley has been working on, which I'm very excited, since we have a small group, we'll let the cat out of the bag. But do you want to tell them what we've been totally revamping? Mostly her. I created the original content, but she is seriously polishing this for me.
So we'll come out with a bigger announcement probably sometime next week, but we've been completely revamping the fourth seam. So if you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and check it out. It's just thefourthseam.com. And if you want to become a member, we have an option for $9.99 where you can read all of the video and get access to the content. My mom is completely giving away all of her ideas of how she became so successful on Etsy and made $250,000. So if you're interested, go check it out. But then if you also want her coaching advice, she's offering for $99.99, 6 months of email support, and then you get a 30-minute private call with her in addition to getting all of those videos and written content. And she goes into a lot of depth with that. So if you visit the site, I've gone ahead and kind of giving you a little bit of small snippets under 60 seconds where you can see what are some of the things that she's talking about. So go ahead, take a look at that. We still have a couple more things that I want to do to it before we make the big announcement. But if you guys want to get the sneak peek and jump in on it, go check it out and let us know what you think.
Yes, and you've really blown my mind with that content. Like, I thought I would have to, show her exactly how to do stuff, and she picked it up, and it's been such a blessing to have her here. But like I said, I then don't take a break because she's like, what's next? What's next? So after she leaves here today, I seriously think I'm going to lay down on the floor and take a nap. She's like, you're going to nap here? I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to nap here. Tell no one to text me. So don't tell anyone. Okay, so we had some questions in there, and one of them was I caught it real quick, was how much yardage for the yoga bag. Do you have the ability, Ash, to scroll back and see?
Yes. So the question is from M. Sereno, and they ask, what fabric yardage required for the yoga bag? I want to see if my pieces are big enough or if I should shop for more. Thank you.
Okay, so I don't know if you all remember, this actually was not my original design. It was one of the only bags in my life that I've been able to successfully make from a pattern. I have no idea where the pattern is because what happens, I don't like patterns at all. They're very frustrating to me. So I'll get one, I'll try and make it. And if it doesn't work out, I jam it in a little ball and shove it back in the package, or half of it ends up on one side of the studio and half on the other. So I have not searched for the remnants of this pattern. I'm not sure that I'll be able to find it, but what I do think, this was probably 10 years ago that I made this. I am fairly confident that I will be able to deconstruct it in my mind and reconstruct it. So then it would be my original design because we'll tweak it. But I vaguely remember this bag taking an enormous amount of fabric, 5 yards of fabric. And I don't know why it would take so much. It doesn't feel like it has 5 yards of fabric in it. So I won't be able to tell you exactly how much. I mean, honestly, to me, it feels more like 2 yards. I'm getting good with what fabric feels like because I order so much online. But to be safe, if you have 5 yards on hand, because there are a lot of little pieces and cuts here. And I know this bag here, which does feel significantly heavier than that one, requires 5 yards of fabric. So it's always kind of surprising to me when you see 5 yards of fabric in an envelope that you're going to carry that around with you. Any more questions?
Yes, you have another one in regards to the yoga bag. And they ask, could you adjust the yoga bag to turn it into a larger gym bag?
Yeah, it would have to be larger for a gym bag. So how many of you would like to see it larger than this? Because this is kind of like a carpet bag size. This would be the size bag you'd go, oh, that lady likes to carry big bags, but not big enough for the gym. So just let us know in the comments if you want me to size it larger for the tutorial. And like for gym size bag, can you hand me my ruler right there? We'll see. I think this is probably 18 inches across the base. Yep, I am exactly spot on. 18 inches across the base, and it's about 5 inches deep. And there's our train. Do you hear it? And 11 inches tall. The train is right behind the studio, and undoubtedly 2 of them come through every time I'm recording a video. But when we're recording on the GoPro, I edit out the train. I just stop talking and wait for the train to pass. So that's something for us to consider with the live streams. The train is almost always in the afternoon, though. So we're going to be live streaming at 10 a.m. So we should be okay with the train. Any more questions?
Yes, you had another person, Killian Shannon, asked, could you do a multi-pocket craft belt
cards? And you can let me know if that's what they were thinking. Like, you know what, I don't do many craft fairs anymore, although I do have somebody trying to talk me into one that I'm entertaining the idea, because I want to take, the ladder that I have with the fabric. I have this amazing idea how to turn that ladder into a whole craft fair display that I think will be amazing. So when the gal called me to ask if I'd do the craft fair, I said, only if I can bring my 8-foot ladder. So I'm still waiting to see if she'll get that approved. But then I will actually be doing a craft fair, and I was planning to YouTube that for you all so you could see the display. But what I used to do when I did do the craft fairs in the beginning is wear a little short half apron, and that actually worked really good. Do you remember wearing those?
Yeah, I do.
And helping me? And did you think they worked good?
I think so.
In fact, I bet you I can find one to show you. So let me know if you want like a fanny pack type, or what did she call it? A belt?
Yes.
A belt?
Belt/bag.
Okay, so let me know if you want a belt bag, a little cute quarter apron. Now the apron too, you could wear when you're working in your studio anytime. So I did see Pam. I'm so glad you made it, Pam. Said not real clear. Any ideas why? Does it look good on your end, Ash?
Yeah, I know there is. Some people did comment that there is a buffer, so it does depend on how fast your internet connection is, depending on how clear it is going to be. And then someone else earlier did say that we are echoing a little bit. Do you all hear an echo in the video? To you as well.
Yeah, and the echo may be because we're using the mic on the MacBook, which I have another mic here, and if everyone can, hopefully it won't make a bad noise. If you're up for another sound check, I can plug this in. Oh, no, this one won't plug into the computer. Maybe it will. Let's see. Do you know where the mic jack is on the Mac?
Is it just like a headphone jack?
Okay, so ask them if they can hear better with this. Okay, do you have any sound at all or any change?
Well, some of them just said yes echo, no echo. Some people are saying it's based off their connection.
Okay, so with this mic plugged in, can you hear me?
So that's what it looks like.
Oh, then you can hear. Okay, good. I'm going to set that down.
Do you all think that's better when she plugs in the microphone? Do you notice a difference? Some of them say, yes, this does sound a lot better.
Okay, so the mic is much better then?
Yes.
Oh, good. Thank you. You guys are so wonderful. I really, really appreciate you helping us test this, because like I said in the beginning, for those of you just joining us, this process of this live streaming is a lot more complicated than I thought. And Ashley spent much of the morning setting everything up. We had to install a new browser. Of course, there's all the disclosures on YouTube. And then there's always the issue of sound and lighting too. So I think that we have a good handle on this. We're just going to do one last call for questions, and then we're going to say goodbye for today. And we will be back here with a full show on Tuesday, but we'll try and snatch up any last questions.
So Killian wrote back to what you were saying about the craft bag belt, and she said, I have a half apron, so I was thinking a little bag, like a bum bag with a few sections to put things in separately. So that's what she meant.
Okay, that sounds cute. I'm feeling like it has a zipper closure. if she wants to let us know about that. And that could be really nice too to do as a divided compartment bag with a zipper closure, because then when you unzip, like you almost always have cash at craft fairs. You could keep that closer to the back, and then you could put your little things like business cards. I'm trying to remember what else I would have at craft fairs to give people. You always want to have like little candies and things and fun stuff. So that could be a very nice project. And I am going to make a note right now so I don't forget. And if you would be a dear and send me an email with your vision, that would be so wonderful. And that's just a sewinginspiration@gmail.com. Any other questions?
We have one more, and the question is, can the yoga bag be made for a maker to sell? I want to branch out and carry bigger bag sizes. Credit to you as a pattern designer in bag tags.
Oh, thank you so much. Who asked that question?
That was from M. Sereno.
Okay. Absolutely. I know that so many people are out there trying to convince you all that you cannot sell the products that you make with their patterns. It's absolutely not true. You made it. You can do anything you want with it. There, back in the day when I started sewing, there used to be a little disclaimer or whatever on the selvage of fabric, not for commercial use. Every once in a while, you see that now on fabric. That might be the only exception to the rule. But it is I'm flattered that you asked. I appreciate that. If you want, by all means, give credit to Sewspire.com, but only for the only reason that would be nice for you to do is so that we can grow the community, spread the love and the creativity. But I really don't think that it is ever necessary to ask permission to sell the finished product. So that goes across the board for any of the things. I would love nothing more for all of you to become successful Etsy shop owners or designers. Like, there would be no greater legacy I could leave than that. So if you can produce this bag and sell it and make a fortune for yourself, do it, girl. And I will be your biggest cheerleader. Yes. So anything else?
I think that is it. But also, just a reminder, if you do think of any questions, we are going to be live streaming on Tuesday at 10 a.m. So you can send them to the email, which you can remind them of.
Sewinginspiration@gmail.com.
And if you want to take some more time to go in depth with your questions, we'll also be reading those on Tuesday as well. Yes.
And if you can submit the questions in advance, I know that would give us a better idea of how long to make the live streams. Because I really don't want to have to plan a lot per se for the live streams and just let it be your show, because we plan out the vlog. We know what we're going to talk about. I obviously plan out the tutorials. So I really want Tuesdays at 10 to be all yours, and we can take it in any direction you want. So if that sounds good, so everyone, and that's more than one person is asking what time it is where they are. I have no idea, guys. I'm sorry.
If you type it into Google 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it will translate to wherever you are in the world for what time it might be for you. Yeah. But also, too, we're going to try to figure it out so that for those of you who joined us later in this live stream, we're going to try to save the live stream. So if you can't tune in exactly at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, which might be nighttime for you, you're going to get to watch it the next day. You just won't get to interact in the chat.
Oh my gosh, this is funny. Megan is on there. Y'all remember I talked to you about Megan. I don't know. Megan. Oh, she's at home. That's how she can live stream. Hi, Meg. This is Meg who didn't watch the pillowcase. She goes, hi, Mom, which is so cute. Okay, so anyways, and I got to tell you one more funny story because the moms out there will appreciate it. Yesterday, we're in the kitchen, Ash and I, and Meg comes in and she was teasing Ashley a little bit about that she was just sitting there smiling or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's her first time being on YouTube. What is she supposed to do? And Megan's sister, like, giving her grief. And so, because Megan announces, I watched you and Ashley on YouTube. And I said, oh, did you watch the whole thing? Because I was prepared to get, keep this clean, but a lot of grief. for the pillowcase. And then when that didn't come my way, I was like, oh, so you didn't watch the whole thing? And she goes, it's 20 minutes long. Why would I watch the whole thing? I said, we talked about you. So anyways, now she's laughing. But yes, I try not to hurt or embarrass the children, but I knew she didn't watch that whole thing because she would have been talking to me about that, not about her sister. So thank you again. As always, the creative genius in me celebrates the creative genius in you. And we'll see everyone Tuesday.